immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food.
Come and get it! And now your hosts,
You're up.
Jay Parker and Brian Freeman.
You better believe it. Spring is in the air, and what does that mean? It means barbecue.
Oh, does it ever?
It's my time of year. Everything just opens up. Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman co-hosting with me, and Jay Parker producing, and our sound done by Dave Avery. It's going to be a good show tonight, Brian, but truly, everything's opening up. Barbecue season, and I call it season, but it's year-round for me, barbecue. And
we hit 80 yesterday, or the other day. Did you know that before the snowstorm?
Not 80, but
yeah,
close.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah. I saw it on my car.
People lived it.
Yep, someone was living it.
They know.
It was real.
A big show tonight, and as we welcome new sponsors to the show, we fell in love with these guys. Met them for the first time, I don't know, I think probably about 2 months ago, and just on and off and in conversations and what they've done for us. I think you've seen this great Everdure grill behind us in our videos. And the fun that we've had with this. We said we just need to up the ante on this and brought in a green egg, which is amazing centerpiece here in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Oh, by the way, we're live on Facebook, too. So if you want to see all the great visuals, why don't you jump on over to Facebook Live, and you can check it out from there. I'm going to share it to my personal page. There we are.
And folks, know that good equipment makes food taste just that much better. Because I'll tell you, we've been cooking chickens on this rotisserie. I think we've almost cooked one a week, at least.
Every week, because you need to showcase it. We've got a nice rotisserie on there. But here's the deal. I know you love it. Beer, barbecue, and spirits. So we've got great whiskey here tonight, great beer here tonight. Talnua is going to show us their new wares from whiskey, a great new distillery in Arvada. And then also the Post Brewing Company. If you live in Denver, Colorado, they have a few locations. And you know about those guys. But in the meantime and in between time, here's the guys. It's from Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. They're new friends of ours, but it's going to be a long-lasting relationship. And we'll just go right to left, set them up here. From Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions, here's Dan Casey. How are you?
Doing wonderful, Greg. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Nice little treat.
Tony Roberts, welcome back.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Brian. How you guys doing
Good,
tonight?
good, Tony.
Excited to be here.
And Mr. Frank Dominguez.
Good evening, guys.
We got
Excited
the
to be on
whole
here
crew
again.
here, right? I mean, the floodgates open up. Here's this Colorado weather, at 6 a.m.
Hey, we got our boy Chris Webb here, too.
General Manager.
Chris, how are you?
Nice.
Good to see Chris here. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. What do you guys do?
Great question, Greg. So we're an all things barbecue store. We have supplies. We do cooking classes. We sell grills like you see here today, the Everdure and the Green Egg. We're a backyard cook's dream. So if you can dream it up in your backyard, we can create it for you. We're here to help every home cook and professional chef come in and hone in their barbecue skills. So we're getting ready for the spring and summer season. What does that mean? Backyards are going to be, hosting parties, fires getting put on. We're here to help everybody do that. So
Tony, your why, you said a few of them in there. But, because you said your what, and what you have is awesome equipment. But your why is almost because you make food taste better? What is your why? Let's go deep, man.
Why? What is our why?
What is your why, man? You guys you're rocking it with the food, man. You've got beautiful equipment, but you elevate chefs to a new level.
Well, we elevate chefs to a new level. Not only that, but backyard cooks. We get so many questions. Our why is taking the mystery out of barbecue. So many times people come into our store and ask us, I see this brisket being smoked by Aaron Franklin or whoever it might be. I'm intimidated by this. I can't do it on my own. We're here to say, yes, you can. This is actually pretty easy. Of course, it takes practice, like any skill. But we're here to answer questions, let people know that barbecue is something accessible and something that you can do at home. Not only that, but from a restaurant standpoint, if you want to cook great food, I like to think of cooking over fire. Fire makes food, in my opinion, taste a hell of a lot better. So we have these grills here that, inspire chefs to cook over fire, have fun. and get people involved. I think this, with the Modern Eater, partnership we have here and being on tonight, seeing these flames, seeing the smoke, seeing people gathering around a fire, it always creates stories and memories and things around food that that resonates with people.
Yeah. Can I give you my why?
Yeah.
What I see from Proud Souls is this is a family-owned and operated business. Just Dan brought his little daughter over here the
Sure
other
did.
day as he dropped off the grill. Just adorable. And you think of the passion that these guys have for their craft, the art of barbecue. They don't know it all, but they're learning as everybody else is. But I'll tell you what, they're dangerous with this. And what they want to do is they want to outfit you with the best possible thing for your situation. So you go in there and you say, listen, I'm in a confined backyard. Here's what my capabilities are. Or I'm wide open. I got a big ranch-style house. What would be good for me? What, should I have this Everdoor out there? So they're going to outfit you for your needs specified for the barbecue that you want to cook. And these are the guys that they're approachable. You go into their location, which is where, again, just write down Federal.
2485 North Federal.
2485 North Federal. You head over to that location, and you're truly hanging out with friends that have your best interests in mind. So as you talk to Dan, Tony, and Frank about your barbecue needs, sit back and relax, and you'll see how this community of people comes together with these great chefs that we have here tonight. And Chef Jeff Gebott, Chef Preston Phillips, and we also have a treat here. He's kind of an Instagram sensation. He's This Jew Can Q. I didn't make it up. It's his name, and it's a possible name. But community, family, passion for what you do. That's all the things that we look for as far as hyper local and the Modern Eater Show right here in Colorado. That's my why.
Yep, absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think Greg,
We need to hire you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys do. You take the mystery, so you make it approachable at every level, so someone can come in and not feel that they're as ignorant as they might be. And that's what I think is cool because, when it comes to outdoor cooking, I'm sort of ignorant, I see my buddies with these killer barbecues that you guys have and smokers, and I'm always asking myself, is that for me? Is that easy? It seems like a lot of work, and I don't think it is.
We enjoy actually walking the customer through the process. I mean, that's why we have our showroom floor. That's why we have all different types of cookers, whether it's a pellet smoker, whether it's a green egg, a Traeger, a Yoder, a Everdoor, whether you're cooking with charcoal, whether you're cooking with pellets, whatever you're cooking with, we want to make sure we put you in something that is going to be the right grill for you.
Well, wait, you just opened a door, Dan. Talk to me. Pellets, wood, charcoal? Where does someone want to go with all that stuff?
What's your preference?
Yeah, what's your preference?
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
Yeah.
What are you cooking? Who are you cooking for? What kind of flavor profile do you want? So you're cooking with live fire and charcoal. It's going to definitely put more of a flavorful component to your food, but it's going to take a little bit more time management. So you're actually using the airflows for the big green egg. You're actually a labor of love. You're kind of watching what you're doing. As far as the pellet smoker, still puts out a great product, a great smoke flavor. It's just more of a set it and forget it kind of thing. We're all busy. We all have a lot going on. So on a Tuesday night, some folks just want to go home. As opposed to firing up the gas grill, you can fire up your Traeger or your Yoder or your Green Mountain, and in a matter of 20 minutes, you can have your cooker ready to rocking and rolling. You could be prepping your food in the meantime. Throw that food on there, whether it's salmon, vegetables, brisket, chicken wings, whatever it may be. Throw that on there to be ready in no time. So
I want to use what Frank uses. What do you use, Frank? He's got three.
Gateway drum smokers. I've got Traeger pellet grills, so I've kind of run the gamut of everything.
You got the gamut of it. And it's interesting because the other day when you guys dropped down, a couple months ago, when you dropped off the Everdoor here, we fired it up and we just wanted to give it a little test spin, right?
Yeah.
But when we do that, what it does to guys, we get hypnotized. I mean,
Primal,
guys
right? Primal.
truly love to just
Totally.
sit around a fire, look at the fire, grill up some delicious food, and I think everybody appreciates that. So here's what this show is going to be about. We're going to get you hungry for barbecue, and we're going to get you hungry for what I call is the beginning of grilling season. Let's face it, our backyards open up at this point in time. So whether you have a balcony, a small backyard, a big backyard, these guys from Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions have everything you need. I'd encourage you. You're going to hear about them for the coming months and years. And what I want you to do is just trust in these guys to give you all of your barbecue needs. It doesn't just stop at grills. You guys have meats. You have spices. You have
classes.
Yep.
classes.
Yeah, we do cooking classes. So for the guy or gal that wants to come in and just hone their skills, we offer cooking classes. So everything from brisket 101 to whole hog cooking. We're actually partnering with Brad from the Post. Later tonight, we're doing a beef and brews class that will be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about barbecue and home brewing. So if you can dream it up when it comes to the world of barbecue and cooking outdoors, you know, we have a class designed to cater to those needs, which is a lot of fun.
Wait, that class though, Tony, that caters to a lot of man's needs because you're inviting me over to come to your house, drink beer, and show me how to use a barbecue, and then maybe I eat meat afterwards?
It sounds terrible, right?
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Like, I'm not a guy. I don't like that.
We haven't had anybody sign up yet. Zero entries.
Now, I don't want to get behind on this because we have a long show, but I do want to hit the brakes. We have some delicious ribs right here in front of us. We're going to cut those off, and we're going to cut those up, and we're going to bring Jeff Gebott out here as well. You guys want to stick around for when Jeff comes on?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do that. We'll stick around when Jeff comes on here. Again, a great show. Coming for you, Chef Preston Phillips from Grind Kitchen and Watering Hole. He's going to be in the kitchen at 6:45. And Adam McKenzie, this Juke and Q, 7 o'clock. 7:15, we'll check in with the Post Brewing Company. And Kevin Galaba from Friends and Family is mixing up cocktails here for us tonight. And a great new distillery, Talnua Distillery and Tasting Room. Patrick Miller and his partner. I need to get Patrick's partner's name down. He's over here somewhere. There he is right there. I need to get his name written down.
It's on that card there right in front of you.
Is it really?
There you go. Business card.
Oh, business card.
There we go.
Robert. Oh, perfect. Okay, guys, let's take a break real quick. We'll come back with Chef Jeff Gebott, and wait till you hear these partnerships and the love for barbecue. That's what it's all about right here at Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You are tuned to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Hello, Modern Eater viewers. This is all about meat, and when you talk about meat, talk about a yearning chunk of burning funk. Chef Danny Flanagan. We're going to talk about hyper-local. We're going to talk about the ACF. Danny, how are you? Thanks for coming down.
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Rich.
Tell us what's new with the ACF with the apprentice classes this year.
Second-year class, getting ready for practicals, getting ready for their written, their cooking practical here in a couple months, so it's time to crank.
They got one heck of an instructor. I mean, your experience behind the grill, putting together a menu, sourcing the ingredients. I mean, you're second to none.
It's a great program. You know, they're getting ready. They're doing their certification is coming up, so they've got to plan everything, go through it. So it's time to show all that past 2 years all together.
Nice. You know, you should bring some of them down here. Let them see what we got going on.
Maybe we'll have come run a practice here.
Oh, that would be awesome. Well, hey, we're going to dump out of here so we can pay a couple bills. You're going to hear some words from Rocker Spirits. We're going to have Dustin on in just a little while. Stay tuned. You're watching the Modern Eater Show.
With this fun and memorable brand. Mosquito Joe, 855-JOIN-JOE or MosquitoJoeFranchise.com.
Rocker Spirits. It's a distillery. It's a place to hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, Rocker rum, Rocker vodka. Get ready for an original look, feel, and experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while you're sipping on some drinks, they've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. RockerSpirits.com. RockerSpirits.com.
Hi, I'm Andrew Moore, brewmaster at the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. At Intrepid Sojourner, beer tells a story inspired by my adventures as a well-traveled archaeologist. My recipes draw inspiration from all over the world, from historical styles like Satis, Greitzers, and Kvass, to adjunct beers inspired by flavors from international cuisines. My beers broaden the horizons of what beer can be. Explore Basil IPA and Turkish Coffee Stout. Enjoy Chai Brown Ale. Taste Lavender Tripel and the distinctive Horchata Milk Stout. Thoughtfully sourced spices and herbs enhance flavors inherent to indigenous beer styles. My sincere hope is that Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project will inspire adventure and wanderlust. Come visit the tap room and share your tales with friends and plan your next sojourn. Located at 925 West 8th Avenue in the heart of the Arts District on Santa Fe. For everything Intrepid, look us up online at sojournerbeers.com and remember to drink globally, locally.
Little Rich here. It's the new year and we're all looking for ways to...
30.
Here's a tip I bet you didn't know about. Do what I do. Buy your natural gas wholesale, instantly saving 10 to 12% off your gas bill every single month. Baby, that's some serious cash. Do what I've done for years and call Brian Rizzuto at Encore Energy today. The sooner you call, the sooner you save. Call Brian at Encore Energy, 720-245-5771. That's 720-245-5771. Save money on natural gas with Encore Energy.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs. All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Hey, Chris, this is Brian Freeman here. I want to ask about those. You call that a wet rib, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So this is going to be more like your KC style rib. We're competition cooks. It's kind of how the business started. So that's kind of our background. We tend to cook the way we like to eat. So we do appreciate a nice wet rib with a homemade sauce.
Nice. They look, guys, I got to tell you, those look so tasty. I mean, and I like how, tell the viewers, because some of them might just tune in and see that black side, but that's the bone side, right? You're cooking that side to actually heat up the other side, right?
Is the flavor,
yeah,
man.
So the char is the flavor. I mean, I'll be honest. So we cooked these ribs here at the shop today, brought them over par cooked, set our glaze here in the shop. I think, Jeff, you did that, right?
Oh, your guy did.
Or Tony did.
He's trying to say someone else burn it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that they're burned. I think that's all part of the process, man.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the process.
Pass the dochi.
Yeah, so we put a little bit of char on these. I think everybody appreciates it. Kind of brings you back to your backyard.
Yep.
That's kind of our business model. One backyard at a time. If we can help a competition guy, win the American Royal, or just help a guy in his backyard kind of being king of the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
That's kind of our thing.
What's a guy got to do to get a rib around here?
I'm about to pass you one, brother.
I love it.
I just took one.
Gebott, jump in, man. You got some shoulder to play with, and you got a nice tomahawk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Those are killer.
I got this pork shoulder, and I decided to cut it up into pork steaks, do a St. Louis style pork steak. So that's what I think we're passing around right now. And then this tomahawk is money. I did a reverse sear on this guy.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
What'd you
Unbelievable.
use? Which grill?
I used both. So it was on the green egg, and then I finished it
Cool.
on the other grill.
What'd you spice it up with? Did you do any tricks?
I used some stuff I got from Proud Souls. Some Boar's Night Out, one of my favorite spice blends.
Is that a partner of yours, Tony?
It's not a partner of ours, but it's something we sell in the store. So this one happens to be the White Lightning with double garlic butter. So it's it's some sugar, some salts, obviously some garlic powder, but something that goes excellent on beef like this tomahawk here. So,
You guys, I got to tell the viewers at home on Facebook and on K-How, this rib is one of the tastiest ribs.
Thank you.
I can't tell you how long it's been since I've had something like this. Thank you, guys.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
guys. Thank you.
Well, that's what
We're gonna watch him.
That's what we pride ourselves on is cooking like this. This was all cooked, believe it or not, on a drum smoker today. So Chris did this while we were serving customers. We had a lot of balls in the air today. We served about 50 different folks coming in. We were selling grills. We cooked 6 racks of ribs while this was going on. So this is something,
Enjoy.
believe it or not, that Chris cooked in about 3 hours
Yeah,
today?
I cooked these. Obviously, we're all in the Denver area, or some of our viewers are not. So we have a low dew point, right? Pretty dry air, so we tend to cook these ribs a little hot and fast, right? So we cook roughly around 300. We cooked them in about an hour and 15 minutes, and we put them into a wrap. So we use some local honey as well as brown sugar. Top that off with a little bit of agave nectar, and then put them in a rack with some local butter. And then cooked them like that for probably about another, I'd say, hour and a half. And then we glaze it with some of that sauce. And the sauce is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect color, perfect texture. We're really proud of that.
You know what I love about barbecue is there's so many different variations. There's really not one right way to go about it, and everybody has their favorites. But you put that through like 3 variations.
Correct.
Of what you wanted to do there. You can do 3, 4, 5, 1.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, you seriously can. But that's what they're going to do for you at Proud Souls. And
and I like to think of barbecue as almost a symphony of flavors. It should never hit one note. There should be multiple notes throughout the course of a bite. So you might start out sweet, you might get a little smoke towards the end, a little bit of heat, but make your barbecue layer flavors, layer smokes. Understand how barbecue is a symphony in your mouth in a sense.
Sauce or not?
Oh, that's a good question. So the awesome thing about that is like, I don't know if you guys know, but we teach classes, right?
Yeah.
So we do brisket. So we do brisket competition style, which is a glaze, fully separated point from the flat. But we also do a Texas style. So we taught a class on Thursday.
Yep.
We taught the butcher paper method, kind of an Aaron Franklin era, right? So it's like, do you want to sacrifice the moisture content with a foil, or do you want to go with the butcher paper and retain that bark, kind of more of a traditional standpoint? So that's what's cool. We can teach you guys 50 different ways to cook a rib. I've never had a bad rib.
Hey, guys, can I ask a quick question? How do you make me look good when I'm talking to people? Because you've got grilling, you've got barbecuing, and you got smoking. 30 seconds, real quick. What's the difference between the 3?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's a
what do you-
loaded question.
I mean,
Is it?
No, it is.
Barbecue, honestly, is cooking low and slow.
Okay.
Grilling is hot and fast. And then there's also, like what he did today, is a combination of both.
Sure.
On the drum smoker. So there's, depending on what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
So like this tomahawk I did, I started it in the smoker and did a reverse sear on the hot grill. So low and slow, just
combining
put some,
both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
And when we cut into this thing, you'll see what the
So a
effect is.
barbecue is low and slow.
Yeah.
Similar, though, to a smoker is going to be even lower and slower.
Yeah.
And then a grill is hot and fast.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Did we talk
Yeah.
about the barbecue competition coming up?
Yeah.
Talk about that? Okay.
Let's break. Come back and this thing's been resting. This massive Flintstone tomahawk steak and that big show bone that they like to keep on there.
That handle.
That
Yeah.
looks good.
The handle.
It's a lollipop.
Meat handle.
Absolutely.
So you can beat your friends off. You know.
I'm glad that they're keeping those things for sure. So Barbecue is the name of the game tonight, and Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. They're neighbors of ours, they're friends of ours, and it's a fun night with all of the people that we brought together from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. So we'll take a break and we'll come right back. I think Dustin Evans was supposed to be here from Rocker Spirits. He'll probably show up Dustin style at any time he wants to. But we'll continue and wait until we cut into this
Where'd the
tomahawk
ribs go?
steak.
That's what I want to know.
I know, wasn't that quick?
Yeah. When you have good barbecue, it seems to go as quick as it comes. That's for sure. All right, we'll come back right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You are tuned in to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Facebook family, on this section, I was going to talk to Preston. Preston, the prodigy. But he's busy. He's making some great stuff. He's going to come over here. I promise you, you go to his restaurant, he's more timely with the food to the table. And Preston is an incredible chef. Here you go, Preston. We got this on. Preston, thanks for coming and helping us. My gosh.
Of course.
I can't wait to taste what you made for us tonight.
Yes.
Well, so what's happening over at the Grind in Cherry Creek, your digs? What's happening over there?
So some new things happening, guys. We're rolling brunch every day now. So I had brunch only on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday. I'm doing brunch every day, every weekday. Not as early, but we're still doing it. Chicken and pancakes, biscuits and gravy. 10 on the weekdays, 9 still on the weekends.
If you want some great food, I mean, now tell me on the brunch menu, what's your favorite item? What should we dive into?
Chicken and pancakes.
The chicken and pancakes.
Not chicken and waffles, chicken and pancakes.
And his fried chicken is incredible. Everything's incredible over there.
Thank you, Rich.
It's easy to find. What's the address?
300 Fillmore Street, and we're in Cherry Creek, 3 blocks north of the mall.
Get over there and get you some of that brunch. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks.
Chemical.
Hey everyone, it's Colleen Ferreira with the Colorado Chefs Association. Are you ready to put your passion to work? Well, we train the future chefs of Colorado, and we want you to join us. The Colorado Chefs Association is recruiting for our fall semester right now. Join our American Culinary Federation accredited cooking program. Work in a professional kitchen and get paid, all while earning your sous chef certification. Email me at colleen@acfcoloradochefs.org. I'd love to hear from you. Join our excitement and explore a new future.
Hey, chef friends, it's
1 minute to the live.
Rocalitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you too want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills. Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Rocalitas Tortillas.
30 to the live.
Wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the
10
industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love our
5, 4, 3. You're hot.
All right, back to the show momentarily, but right now it's Jeff. I'm writing on our Facebook Live any barbecue questions because these guys will be able to answer them. Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions, another family-owned and operated business, hyper-local to us, and you can trust them. We've got our stamp of approval on these guys, installing the best draft systems you can possibly find. And A+ Beverage Solutions with Jeff and Kristen Rourke. 20 years in the business, specialty tap installations, beer, wine, water, coffee, nitro. Add a line, adjust a line, maintenance on a line. We want you to have an A+ report card for your draft system. All you have to do is give them a call, 720-272-3809. Again, write it down. Get a hold of this guy. I know that you have some aging on your draft system, pouring inefficient beer. What do?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Don't pour your money down the drain. Get a hold of them. A+ Beverage Solutions, Jeff Rourke, 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions.
Hi, everybody. This is... Ooh, okay, that sounds good.
I made it in 7 minutes.
And you are listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
I set a new land speed record on Santa Fe.
Back at it. I just heard there was a new
land speed record made today
on Santa Fe.
in a 1-ton truck.
Yep, from Montana.
Yep.
No tickets?
Didn't get that license plate, though.
When he says he's going to be there, he is. He's a man of his word. Dustin Evans from Rocker Spirit joins us right here on the Modern Eater Show. Barbecue tonight.
Man, you're speaking my language.
What do you think?
Meat and whiskey.
And Jeff Gebott. Cool new partnerships, and that's what's so cool about the Modern Eater Show is bringing everybody together in this hyper-local community to where you can figure out, can I do business with this guy? Do they have a great product? Do they have a great service? Yes. When we talk about them, we vet them out, and we've got some good stuff here. So we'll continue with Dan Casey from Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. We've got Chef Jeff Gebott from, I wanted to say Proud Souls, but you're at Sugarfire.
Yeah, I do spend a lot of time at Proud Souls.
And you got the hat on, too.
We enjoy it. We enjoy his company. Thank you.
And then you know Dustin. Dustin, you ready to watch this steak get cut into here? This is what you rushed for.
Yes, I did. I'm never late for dinner.
Where do you start with a steak like this? How do you cut it? A lot of people say, you know what, it's one thing to barbecue it up, but
take it right off the bone right away. There he goes.
Yabba dabba do.
That because you truly, when you have to beat down some friends when they come at you when you're eating that steak. Take
like
that bone off right away. Just beat them down.
Looks like a brontosaurus.
Perfect. Okay, Jeff, so how did you plan out this? And again, thank you very much from Mountain Primal Meat Company out of Emma, Colorado for providing this great tomahawk. And we have 3 different chefs that are at 3 different styles. I'd like to hear what you got done.
So I did this reverse sear. Started out in the smoker, some hickory wood and the green egg, actually. Let it sit in there for about 20, 30 minutes. Just nice low and slow, just getting some flavor into it. And then once it hit about 85 degrees, it went straight to the nice 600, 700 degree grill over there and finished it off. So
how long did it rest?
It rested for about 20 minutes.
Dan, do you rest your meat?
Absolutely.
You got to.
You always got to rest your meat.
How long?
And what does it do for the guy who doesn't know?
Look at the cutting board. There's not juice all over the place. So the second you cut into a hot steak,
it retains it.
Everything shoots out of the meat. You get a dry, overcooked piece of meat as a result.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you let it sit and let everything that's just agitated from the cooking process, let it kind of dive back into the muscle, and you end up with a clean cutting board.
And so what temperature would you call that? I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm thinking medium rare. Where are you going with that?
Medium rare, yeah.
Medium rare. It looks awesome, folks.
I pulled it at 120 degrees and let it sit.
Okay.
Uncovered.
So that's super important, right? Because a few times you've mentioned temperature.
Yeah.
And it's all about the temperature, right?
I mean, and also when you're cooking with a bone, that's going to heat up too. So that's going to retain a lot of heat on this thing. So that's why I didn't cover it. Let it just sit out. Just kept checking it.
It looks delicious.
It does look good. I'm not going to share it.
So are you going to are you going to add anything to that? Does that need a sauce? Are you putting A1 on this right away?
It doesn't need anything.
I can tell you what it could use is my lips.
Yeah.
My lips. And not usually I will tell another man, put your steak on my lips, okay? So
breaking boundaries here, Brent. Breaking boundaries here.
Let me try and reel it back in. Dustin, you and Jeff, you met, I don't know, a couple of months ago.
A couple of years ago.
From our...
Yes.
When we shut down...
the original...
We shut it down.
The Last
we broke
Supper.
the house.
The Last Supper.
Where was that at again?
It's this place called, I don't know, Southern Hospitality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Downtown.
Yeah.
That was it was a fun night.
It was a great night.
That's for sure. Guys met then. Years later, you became friends. And now there's another partnership that's developed out of that. What are you guys up to?
So Dustin has this beautiful food trailer out in front of his distillery, and just sitting there lonely, needed someone to hang out in it and put out some food.
I thought you were going to say a beautiful distillery.
Oh, he's got a beautiful distillery. He's got a food truck outside. It's just like sitting there doing nothing. So he hit me up, and we started talking about it, and we put together a menu together, and we're having a lot of fun. We actually just rolled out some new dishes last night, and they're going real well.
Hugely successful. Yeah, for us, those that are not in the food industry, it is a tough industry. You got to be on your game, and we've had honestly some struggles with our food service down there, and I just said, I'm going to turn to someone that's smarter than I, and that doesn't limit the field much, but I did. I went to Jeff and said, Jeff, I have mad respect for what you do. We need some help. Can you help us for a fast, casual, shareable type of menu that fits our demographic at the distillery? We've kind of discovered people go to a place for a steak like this, and then they'll have a cocktail. people come to our place for a cocktail, and then they want food as kind of a secondary thing. And we've been working it out, and just my supreme confidence in Jeff to come to the table with an A game, and he's really, really helped us, and I'm indebted to him. So.
It also gave us some exposure in southern part of Denver. Our restaurant's up at 144th, way north, north in Westminster. So,
are you doing typical barbecue?
Yeah, we're bringing down brisket and ribs and turkey and the whole bit. So we have sliders on the menu, which some different stuff you don't find in the restaurant actually.
Brisket egg rolls.
Oh yeah, the brisket egg rolls. This is your favorite.
Brisket egg rolls. Are they deep fried, right?
Yeah.
A little deep fried. Oh.
A little bit of heaven.
Well, and Dustin, you're so humble because the reality is folks, you got to get it down to Old Town Littleton. Yeah, I always get confused down there. It's Littleton, Inglewood, but you're right downtown Littleton.
Yeah.
Your place is so beautiful. I mean, one of the nicest bars in town. And the cool thing for me is that you built it yourself. This isn't a place that you had a construction team come in and do this awesome work. You did it yourself. Well, he had his team come in. Yeah, he is the construction team. And it's beautiful. And so hopefully, not hopefully, I know that Jeff outside with Sugarfire is making something just as beautiful outside as what you've got going on inside.
I do have great confidence in that. And as I've said so many times, and those who are business owners, they know the success of any business is the relationships you build it on. And having strong relationships and support that way, you'll be successful. And so he's supporting.
And you're
and now his distillery smells like barbecue, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I like that. Your bartender, John, who makes all your recipes, I mean, if you want to go just for cocktails, best in town, bar none. I mean, I can truly say that. That man impresses me every time he whips up a cocktail for me. But beyond that, what's the traditional thing that distillery? It's the food truck thing, right? You try and schedule a food truck shows up, it's a different one. You hope to have a little bit of food, but Rocker, you want to go a little bit further than that with consistency with your cocktail program of pairing up some delicious cocktails with some good food.
Absolutely, and then we can work within that boundary of barbecue. There's a lot of ways. Jeff gets so creative. He's doing a flatbread pizza with pulled pork or brisket. He's doing the egg rolls. He's doing tacos.
Yeah, the tacos are the ones I served at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it's just we can be very creative within that one demographic of barbecue. And then we can do pairing dinners, and it just works. It just works for us. I think it's a great pairing. I always say the right pairing for our whiskey is Uber. But the great food pairing is barbecue, because I think people who enjoy good bourbon, whiskey, they love their steak and their barbecue. So it's a culture, it's a following. So
what was so my hairstylist and longtime friend Jill.
You have a hairstylist?
Wow. Yeah, hey man, that's a $48 haircut right there. Jill introduced me to you, and do you remember, what'd you call her? Fire?
I call her Fire Pie. It was the greatest story. She says, I had some of this high-proof vodka my buddy gave me, and it was really GNS, which is basically 190 proof alcohol.
Yeah.
And she thought she would infuse some cherry pie and peach pie. So she put the pies in the oven, and she opened the door to check on it. Well, that flammability, she opened that door and burned all her eyebrows off and her bangs. So I affectionately call her Fire Pie now.
As well you should.
And this is a girl that cuts Greg's hair, right? This is,
With fire.
And short.
With fire. Okay, guys, thank you, Jeff Gebott. Anything else you want to say, my friend?
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Look at this.
That's how you extend
Come on,
your
from
stay.
our friends down south here, we've got a special treat.
He brought some bologna.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't bologna.
Redneck ribeye right here.
Redneck ribeye, that's what I like.
Open that thing up. Do we have that on? Yeah, Jay's got that.
So I made a barbecue sauce with these guys' stuff, so I had to bring something to go along with it. So, yeah.
Oh man, stop it! already.
Right?
That's serious. That's.
Did any of you remember that, kids?
OSC.
Oh, that's good stuff.
My BLONE.
Notice I didn't give you the ribeye.
Oscar Mayer,
Just make sure you rest that before you put it in your mouth.
I'm not even going to ask you how you made that. That looks insane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef Jeff Gebott.
Yeah,
half an hour goes quick.
It does go quick.
I know.
I put out a lot of food in a short period of time, too.
Yes, you did. Thank you. You have the shoulder right here, too.
Yeah, we served that as well. This was the pork steak I did.
Oh, you got to get that opened up.
Yeah, this turned out really, really nice.
I just love this.
I got to tell you, this bologna just brings me right back, man. Yeah, that is the best bologna I've ever had.
Now you just have to pan fry it. Great. On that note, I'm going to eat this delicious pork shoulder, and we'll come back. In the kitchen is going to be Chef Preston Phillips, and I don't know if you can see it, this Everdoor behind it. We got it cranked up tonight with a couple of chickens spinning around, but Grind Kitchen and Watering Hole and Chef Preston Phillips is going to join us next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Modern Eater viewers on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to talk about innovation during this segment, and no one better than Kevin. When you talk about innovation on spirits and stuff, this is the guy. So what's happening with you?
Thank you for having us, Rich. Well, tonight, honored to be here at the Modern Eater.
I want to make sure.
It
was me.
I'm making some cocktails over in the corner. Hope to do this regularly here. Making cocktails with Talnua Gin and Whiskey, a new distillery in Arvada, Colorado.
Awesome.
Copper pot still, just like they do in Ireland. Otherwise, really exciting summer coming up. Friends and Family, education-based nonprofit organization that I started for the food and beverage industry in Colorado. So the core is restaurant employees, but sales reps, cooks, chefs, bartenders, brewers, distillers, people who roast coffee, everything, we're all included in that family. And we got some really cool things coming up. We just did a bitters making workshop at Mile High Spirits Distillery last week. And we are bottling the whiskey at Stranahan's on April 23rd and 24th. That's open to everybody as well. Limited seating on that. And then we have our hiking season coming up. So we're doing bike rides and hikes for the food and beverage industry. We bring people together, get them out in the woods, get them walking and talking.
Oh, that's awesome, Kevin. Thanks for joining me. We're going to take a break, pay a couple bills. We're going to be focusing on Brian Growers Organics.
Going to a local restaurant that I believe in. I believe in the Goods restaurant on Colfax and Mark Whistler. The Goods is a community restaurant and bar with a menu focusing on vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and keto options. Comfort food lovers, try the best burger on planet Earth. I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. The Goods is truly a cultural melting pot, a family restaurant open to all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page and stay up on amazing events and specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore, across from East High School with free parking and a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com. I'll see you at the Goods.
Hey, it's Peter Allman with South River Aquaponics. As a chef and aquaponics farmer, I get the importance of conserving our limited water supply. Did you know Colorado is suffering from the most severe drought since 2012? Water shortages are very real, especially to Colorado farmers. Now here's the good news. Aquaponic farming uses 90% less water than traditional farming, while producing 4.5 times more food per square foot. Using traditional farming techniques, farmers would flood their fields with large quantities of water, leaving much of this water underutilized and just plain wasted. But because aquaponics is a recirculating system, the only water used is what the plants uptake and some very minor evaporation. South River Aquaponics has been running a 55,000-gallon system year-round for 4 years, and we use less than 500 gallons of water per day. Education is very important to us here at South River Aquaponics. I invite you to learn more about aquaponics at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
Coming back in 30.
Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go
back right here.
Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Feed me now.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
That's right, boy. I'm starving.
And now it's time for In the Kitchen.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people? Brought to you by
Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me all night long.
Great job, Kid Parker, with that new open, man. That's right,
like
In the
it.
Kitchen, sponsored by Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. I wish Tony was on the headset to have heard that. The man right now, Chef Preston Phillips. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
It's been a little while, man.
It's been a little bit.
Thanks for coming out of the kitchen at Grind Kitchen and Watering Hole and joining us here this evening.
Of course.
It's always fun to cook up some good stuff that may or may not be. Do you have tomahawk steaks on the menu?
I do not.
Would you want them on the menu?
I would love to have them on the menu.
That's a big piece of meat. What would that sell for? Thank you, Mountain Primal Meat Company out of Emma, Colorado. What would that go for on a menu?
$1.75.
Really?
Depending on 120. Yeah, about.
You like to barbecue?
I can barbecue. I like to barbecue.
You gotta love it, right?
Do you like to barbecue? Do you like to grill? Do you like to smoke, Preston?
There's Tony.
All of those things.
This is his segment right here, and Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Tony Roberts rejoins us here along with Chef Preston Phillips as we spin the chickens on the Everdoor, and we have the new green egg with us. First of all, thank you, Tony.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's keep the barbecue going, right? Let's highlight. Let's showcase.
Yeah.
Here's a cool hotshot chef right here.
I know, Chef Preston. I met him earlier. Excited to be here with him tonight. Yeah, dude's doing good things, I hear.
Did you say sad to be with him?
No, happy to be here with him.
Might be sad later. I don't know.
You can't be sad when you're grilling up delicious barbecue. Next segment is the This You Can Cue. You Can Cue. That'll be an interesting segment. But right now, let's cut this baby up. How did you choose to barbecue this?
So I went very simple. I just went salt. Salt. That's it. Salt and the grill did all the work.
Oh, wait, so you just went
and the
salt.
beef itself, just salt.
Okay, so just the grill.
Just the grill and the salt. Yep.
How long?
25 minutes.
All right, let's see it.
What temperature you got there, Preston?
It's going to be pretty medium rare.
Pretty medium rare. I like that.
He likes his.
We love the medium rare, right?
He wants his
Yeah.
stuff to run away.
I'm a rare guy. Yeah, I will beat it down and eat it right then on the side of the road.
Said that 4 times.
You know, sometimes you got it when you're looking at meat like this.
Oh, man.
You know, I feel like a Flintstone. Look at that.
Beautiful.
A little bit rare for you.
Okay, hey, that's my speed right there.
Very rare.
I like that. Oh, come on now. That's how meat's supposed to be eaten.
Hey, Preston, when you see this Everdoor behind us under our hood and you see this green egg.
Yes.
First of all, are you jealous?
A little bit. A lot.
You've talked to me quite a bit about wanting a green egg in Grind Kitchen and Watering Hole. Are you seeing more chefs do that? You were the one who kind of turned my mind.
I am. I've seen a couple of guys do it just randomly, different pictures. Some guys have green egg hanging out in the kitchen and whatnot. I love the idea. More and more guys are catching on and just putting them on the line. If they have a spot for them, they'll pop one back there. I love the idea of it. It's cool for like some one-off, type special deal, where you don't need a whole lot of that big boy there. You can run a full service off of. But if you wanted to run something smaller for the night, like a little special like this, you could most certainly fire up something like that and run specials off of it.
You look at places like Chook. I've yet been, so I don't know their setup, but they're spinning chickens. Is it similar to what we're seeing here with the Everdoor?
Very similar. A little bit different, but very, very similar.
I'd love to see this Everdoor. I mean, we've gotten such great use out of this, Tony, here at the kitchen with so many multi-purposes of use.
Yep. That's the cool thing about it. It's very versatile, right? It can be a charcoal cooker that you can sear off a tomahawk ribeye like this, hot and fast, or you can raise up the rotisserie and do, chickens kind of in that fashion, low and slow, and then speed it up by dropping it down, which we just saw somebody do over there, which is great. I mean, there's no other way, in my opinion, to cook food and barbecue other than using fire, right? So charcoal cookers, both the Everdoor and the green egg, are a great way to display that.
And Tony, isn't the reality is chefs and chef owners are actually custom building something like this in their restaurant for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You can go down to Proud Souls, get one in your backyard, feel like you've got a $5,000 real charcoal rotisserie cooker in your backyard.
Absolutely. All it requires is the hood, which is pretty much at any normal restaurant already built into the infrastructure, right? So you can slide one of these in there. Obviously, you see on the green egg now, if we focus over there, the smoke going out through the ventilation system. It's not very hard to implement, and the cool thing about it is, too, from a food flavor standpoint, you're getting the actual flavor components of cooking with fire, which, as Preston knows here with this ribeye, oh, that dude. looking good. So, and tasting even better, honestly.
Yeah, well, let's be the judge right now. Preston, pass one over.
Live on Facebook.
Me first.
Live on Facebook. Check out all the happenings here at Studio
won't like any
Kitchen,
of that.
Colorado. Dan
You want a rare
Riley.
one?
Hello, Sean Smiley. Good to see you. Says Kevin Galaba is the man. Yes, he is. Sean Smiley says we're looking good. Patrick, thanks for tuning in. What did he say? That all looks delicious, especially the bologna. Doug Eulin. Good to see you, Doug. Keith Segura, thanks for tuning in. Zach Kreider. You guys, if you have any barbecue questions, just throw them out, and we'll see if we can answer those the best. You also made a cornbread here tonight for us.
Got a cornbread. So it's a mix of blue and yellow, actually. I used the last of what you guys had hanging around.
Oh, perfect. From Bow and Arrow.
Yes, from Bow and Arrow. I made 2. I burnt the second one. Sorry.
That's all right, man. You can do that.
Oh, Preston, I got to tell you, you're giving Jeff a run for his money. That is really good.
Like that one?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Jeff's was awesome. Preston's is just right there too.
Sorry, Jeff.
You can see it on our Facebook Live, but go ahead and check out Proud Souls on Instagram, Proud Souls Barbecue. And we continue here. Look, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, just the fact that Preston only used salt on this, I mean, and let the beef shine through, awesome.
Isn't it amazing, Tony?
Beef, fire, charcoal, and a little bit of salt. What else do you need? I mean,
Whiskey.
excellent.
You need whiskey, Tony.
I love a good whiskey.
Or you could do a beer. We've got a great
Beer, whiskey,
Post
yeah.
Brewing in here tonight, which you're going to do a special with, right?
Yep.
That's what we heard?
Brad Landman, one of the brewers here at Post, was nice enough to come down tonight and provide us with his Howdy Pilsner. Pilsners and barbecue in the summer, hand in hand, right?
Oh,
We're doing a fun class with him later this summer. It's called Barbecue, Beef, and Brews, and it's going to be all things you'd ever want to know about barbecue. And we're also going to throw in, obviously, the brew component, but a little home brewing school as well in a little segment. So we're really looking forward to that class. That's coming up here in June. We're about halfway complete on that for being sold out, but
you have
it's
a great
going to be a fun
website.
night. Yeah,
it'll show all the tickets, all the barbecue class. What's the website? Excuse me.
Our website is ProudSoulsBBQ.com. We have a class segment on there. You can go on that, read about all our classes, and sign up directly there online. So,
Chef Preston Phillips, thanks for doing this 30 seconds on grind.
Thank you.
What's happening?
Brunch every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Really?
Yep, every day.
You're open every single day?
Yep.
Of the
for
week.
brunch.
That's fantastic, man.
Nice.
We love Chef Preston Phillips, and thanks for being here with us tonight.
Great
Also,
job on that steak.
His cocktails down at Grind, too, man. Your cocktail program, it's kind of, a speakeasy environment with delicious food. I mean, how would you describe it?
People will call it a speakeasy. Sometimes I don't really like to call it
What do you
that.
like it?
It's grind, man.
It's Grind. I love it. Look for things out of Chef Preston Phillips here in the near future. He's one of the best here in Denver, Colorado. Okay, we're going to come back. This Juke and Q is up next. What do you guys think?
Cool.
He's got 127,000, something like that, Instagram followers.
That are real.
Wow.
Real
Amazing.
people that
this
talk to them
Juke
every
and
day.
Q up next from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You're going to want to tune in for this one on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Hello, Modern Eater viewers on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to yell at Tony because I want him over here. We're going to dive even deeper here. We've got about 6 minutes, Tony.
Hey, Rich.
Thanks for coming over here, brother. Let's get you saddled up. Hold the mic up nice and high and tight. Thanks. We're good to go. Thanks for coming over. Great segment.
Thank you.
You know, on this segment, we're going to talk about hyperlocal, which you guys are.
We are hyper-local, yep. We're a small business, family-owned and operated. We do all things barbecue. We love to spread the knowledge about barbecue and have fun with it. So we're really excited to be here tonight and partnering with you guys here at the Modern Eater. This is something that we love to do. Barbecue is a passion of ours. So as you know, Rich, with...
you can taste the passion.
Absolutely. So barbecue's one of those things that it creates memories, and barbecue's food, which we all love. And something about connecting with food and being able to do our passion that we really enjoy.
Yeah.
So, yep.
You know what's funny? In these divisive times that we're in, people are looking for something to fight about. The one thing almost everyone can agree about is coming together for some great food.
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up in a small Italian-American family. All of my memories as a kid were growing up over food, growing up over holidays, creating dishes that are inspiring, and not only that, having fun with. It brings a family together. That's what we're all about up here with barbecue, trying to bring stories and things that people connect with and creating memories and just really enjoying ourselves over food and barbecue and getting outside and enjoying the great outdoors, which obviously here in Colorado, we're very lucky to be able to do so, right?
Absolutely. Well, and you're the perfect guest, because what you just talked about is community and family and getting together and enjoying life and sharing and stuff. That's exactly what we've tried to create here. So the barbecues that you've brought in are a perfect and wonderful addition.
Thank you.
And I bet there's a lot of restaurants that are like, I want to start getting into barbecuing.
Right.
Maybe I want to grill some wings. Maybe I want to do ribs. I mean, we've seen people, we've had people make pizzas on these things here. So if a restaurant is thinking of that, would you be a good place to perhaps make a phone call and get over and see?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've got Chef Jeff over here right now, if you can see,
Jeff
utilizing the Big Green Egg. This is something, and all chefs know this, I mean, they're creating food over fire, there's a flavor component to that, and things that resonate with people. So when you're cooking over charcoal and enjoying not only the charcoal flavor, but a little bit of smoke, and absolutely from a kitchen standpoint, it works very well too. You can do things hot and fast, but sure, yeah, I think folks love it. I mean, barbecue is something that it's the most primal thing in the world, right? I mean, from day one, people were cooking food and proteins over fire. I think, now, so barbecue here in Denver, the community is really rallying around it. I think people really enjoy the flavor profiles of that old school flavor of cooking over fire directly or indirectly, and smoke and flavor components that infuse to our foods and our proteins, which is, it's exciting. So.
And anything grows great on it. I heard earlier this week, someone was saying truly barbecue is that one American food, that it started here.
Absolutely. I remember I was on a few weeks ago, I think Jared Leonard, who does a great job down at AJ's.
Love Jared.
He said the same thing. I mean, that is the one way, or the one food component that Americans are truly known for. I mean, it's so interesting in our store, which is just right up the street.
Where is the store? Give us the address.
2485 North Federal, basically the corner of 25th and Federal.
Okay.
I've been fascinated by, believe it or not, there's been numerous folks, Denver is a big, area for folks to come travel to for skiing, that folks' destination from Europe, whatnot, will actually fly into DIA, Google, find a barbecue place, come to us, buy supplies, go skiing, and then take them home with us, which for me, I think is so cool. It's like, wow, I can't believe you found us in Australia or Spain or Germany and that sort of thing, which is really cool. But people want to bring a slice of Americana home with them from abroad, and they find us online, which I think is just so cool, and it's so fun connecting with those people over food and what they think American barbecue is all about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you've got a teaching component to your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're teaching, I bet you're teaching the rookies or someone like me that burns everything. You're probably teaching even chefs a new culinary variety. To do.
Yeah.
So where do they dive in? If I'm a chef and I'm like, okay, I want to put this on my menu here coming up for this summer, where do I jump in? Do I phone call? Do I email? Do I stop
phone
by?
Call,
What's the
email,
best thing?
Actually, phone call, email, stop in. I mean,
what's the phone number?
720-612-7324. You can email us directly through our website, or just come in. What we pride ourselves on at Proud Souls is we're a small business. So if I'm not there, and I'm there, all the time, but if for whatever reason I'm not there, Dan, my business partner, Chris, our general manager, Frank, who's there tonight, we're here to help you, right? If you have any questions, if you want to just touch, feel, look at a grill, we have them all there on our showroom floor. I mean, we even have demos outside where if a chef wants to come in and bring a tomahawk ribeye like we had tonight, I'm more than happy to fire up a green egg outside. In fact, we cook pretty much every day. Throw it on the grill, taste it, we'll season it up, we'll have fun. You can come in actually and cook and demo at our store. I mean, how cool is that? I mean,
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all you do for all the barbecuers.
absolutely.
Thanks for what you've helped us
Thank
here.
you, sir.
And we hope we can be of service to you in the future.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you,
Appreciate it,
viewers.
man.
We're going to take it away. I want you to listen to some of the great words about our great sponsors that we have vetted. They're the best of the best. That's why they're here.
May be able to postpone up to 2 months of mortgage payments. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or apply online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of the Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for. Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. With your hosts, Greg Holland and Brian Freeman.
Okay, you better believe it. The second hour of the Modern Eater Show, which I love, Brian.
Oh, you know why I love it.
I like the second hour. It kind of loosens up. We get in the flow of the show, and we're going to bring you some great programming this second hour from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, as we continue live. And we're on Facebook as well, too. You can check that out. But this is a highlight right here as we welcome Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions to the family here at the Modern Eater Show as we broaden the community.
Well, I got to say, our community is so cool because the people that come around here, just the people who've shown up tonight in the studio.
The new people that we meet all the time.
Yeah. Every week it's someone new. Every week we get exposed to someone who's doing something in the food community in a different way, in a better way.
This is really cool. A new friend, a new Jew. We got a new Jew on the crew right here.
Thanks for having me.
This Jew can Q. This Jew can Q. What a name that is.
And I want to know the Q, Greg. What is a Q?
Barbecue. Barbecue.
There we go. This Jew can barbecue.
That's
okay.
Right. And Adam McKenzie, welcome for your first appearance on the Modern Eater Show,
Thanks,
man.
it's a blast.
You're like a celebrity.
Yeah, it's become that way. It's really crazy to think the Instagram kind of started out as a joke and it's just taken off, and it's great getting to spread the love of cooking and how to cook delicious food.
Yeah,
Adam, what do you attribute your success?
He's got like 1 million followers. Well, no, a tenth of that, but 127,000 some odd followers and growing, right?
It's crazy. Every day I'm super grateful, to have all that support. It's just mind-blowing. So.
Why do you figure it's so interesting, this Jew can Q? Why is that interesting to people?
I just think it's really catchy. It catches people's attention. Have a pig in the logo, so people are like, wait, Jews can't eat pork. So it kind of catches their eye, makes them stop, and then they stop and see the food.
And do you eat pork?
I do not keep kosher, so I do eat pork.
You do? Okay. But you can have, no, you really can't have kosher pork. It's the way they live. You just...
Yeah, you're missing out on
They
that
sort of ruin it. Yeah,
What's really cool is that you actually can barbecue. And I'm a fan of your Instagram and watching you do all the great stuff on Traegers. You use Traeger.
Yeah, so I use the Traegers, which is a wood pellet grill. So it's nice. You just kind of feed the pellets in there. Creates a nice little convection of delicious wood-fired smoke over the meat. It's great because I'm a school teacher during the day, so I can just come home at night, fire up the grill, and have delicious food quick
I
and
wouldn't
easy.
have guessed school teacher.
I wouldn't have either.
More like a porn star. Or
hey, you told me to slow down on that stuff there, Greg.
What do you mean?
You said, hey, slow down. I was getting too close to Greg earlier tonight. He said, slow down, man.
Adam, what do you got here? We all had the same cuts right here from Mountain Primal Meat Company. Thank you, out of Emma, Colorado, and a big tomahawk steak and a pork shoulder. I have to tell you, what you do is meticulous.
Thank you.
You really don't cut any corners. You love this craft, and you like to be prepared and organized.
I try my best. I appreciate it. So with the pork shoulder, I cubed it up, did a pork chili verde. So smoked the jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, peppers, pureed that, and then added it to the skillet that the pork was cooking in, and then just kind of let it cook for a couple hours and just get nice and delicious.
Who's your inspiration, man? I'll bet $1 million this guy loves to watch YouTube videos.
There's so many people who I'm inspired by. I mean, it's so hard. There's so many awesome
Where do you
chefs
get your recipes from?
So I see a lot of recipes. I really like Serious Eats a lot. I think Kenji does a really good job with his stuff. So it's just really fun to look at Serious Eats. They have a lot of the science behind the food, which I'm kind of a food nerd. So it's really fun to see that and just kind of take those recipes and make them my own.
Everybody's gathered around to watch you cut into this big tomahawk steak right
so
here. Are you, first of all, do you feel confident?
I feel confident.
Are you impressed by what you did here?
I'm going to go yes.
Let's do this.
Okay.
All right.
So as I'm cutting into it, so I did a reverse sear. So it's a little bit different than how Jeff and Preston did theirs. What a reverse sear is, you basically cook it low and slow, like 225, 250 degrees. And then I took it to about 120 degrees. And then I seared it for about 3 minutes, so 90 seconds on each side. The advantage of that reverse sear is you're going to get that perfect coast-to-coast doneness.
Okay. I love that. I hope everybody's full, Brian, because I want to take most of this one home with me.
So, I mean,
I know. I hear people out in the crowd saying, we want more.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this. And so what temperature are you saying this is there, Adam?
This was a big steak. I mean, you're definitely in the rare, but you're still delicious. I mean,
But yeah, and I'll tell you, that last one we had, I will not fight you. That is the perfect temperature in my eyes. Look at that, folks. That's a really nice piece of meat. Greg, where'd we get that meat from?
Mountain Primal Meat Company out of Emma, Colorado. And thank you very much, Jay Parker, for putting that together with us. We're going to have those guys from Mountain Primal Meat on the show here soon, but provided that meat with us here tonight. You liking the meat, Adam?
Yeah, it's delicious. I love it. But yeah, I mean, there you can see that reverse sear magic. That's why I reverse sear. That's why I preach it.
That looks tasty,
What's
folks.
your Instagram
really
for folks
tasty.
that are going, wow, I want to see Adam all the time on his Instagram?
This Juke and Q.
Easy enough.
Yep.
Just search it out. And you're doing stuff, 5 times a week, 6, 10?
Yeah, cooking 5, 6 times a week, just trying to always find new stuff and just have fun with it, have a blast. It's just been a crazy ride and hoping it continues a little bit longer.
Well, Adam, hand me a piece of that so I can let our viewers know where you fall in this ranking
Oh,
here.
you just want to try some.
Hey, I'm the judge, man. Come on.
I want to try some, too.
I'm going to say I won. I'm just
look at that. I like the heat, the temperature.
Thanks.
Adam, keep it talking, man. Talk about this Juke and Q while we eat this.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just great. I get to work with a lot of local companies, as you guys do. I did use the Rockin' Rubs. They're a local rub company. Really like this rub. Definitely recommend it. It has, a little bit of heat to it. It also has a little bit of coffee in it, so you get some really good flavor with the steak. But yeah, I mean, this is what I love doing. I just love cooking, love sharing it. Love showing people that it's not too hard. You can go out, you can buy a grill. You can make fantastic food. You don't need to be spending $100 on a steak. You can have a steak that's better than that. You cook at your house.
And even Juice can Q.
And even Juice can Q.
Did you know
I will tell you, I think he's right up there with these guys. I mean, we've got a couple professional chefs, and I would say Adam is a professional chef.
Well, here's the thing, and Adam says, well, don't call me that because I'm learning all the time, which is, and I think chefs are too. But what I can tell you about Adam is he's really embracing barbecue, and barbecue is one of those things there's real no right or wrong way. It's just what tastes delicious, and I think a lot of that's trial and error.
Yeah, and that's what's great about barbecue. It's really about just bringing family and friends together and having a good time. I mean, even bad barbecue is still good barbecue, and you just learn from the next one. Every cook, you're learning something, but just bringing everyone together, and that's what's just so
Here's
great
the question. What does make bad barbecue?
I mean, everyone goes through. I mean, I've ruined countless steaks, countless briskets, ribs. You just think you're trying to get it to that temperature. You overcook it. You don't cook it enough.
Right,
you over-season it. You don't season it enough. But it happens. It's part of the process.
See, I think you can overcook a piece of meat for sure. I personally, I never think you can undercook a piece of meat because I could eat it raw.
The flavor profile changes a bit with temperatures of meat. But I have to tell you that temperature is paramount. It's everything. And that's why, whether it's a green egg or a Traeger or even open fire here, you need to know how to control the temperature. You need to know what you're trying to do, locking in that flavor, how you do that. The reverse sear is perfect on this. You did a great job.
Thanks.
Talk about your Instagram and what people can expect if they tune into it.
Just more cooking, just trying to expand and always find new things. Every Saturday I do a steak slicing video. It's kind of become a mainstay. So every Saturday there's a steak.
Well, they're in luck tonight, huh?
Yeah.
You did a 2 for 1.
2 for 1 today.
And so, are you just telling people, Adam, how to cut a steak? Is that what the steak slicing is all about?
It's just, people just like watching steak being cut. It's just food porn at its best. So it's
Really
it's
is.
great.
I like that.
We got people in the background going, woo!
I know everyone's standing around waiting for him to back off the mic so they can taste his steak. I love that.
Tell us about some of your partners here in this chimichurri that you made for us.
Yeah, so just use some cilantro. There's some parsley in it, a little bit of grilled lemon, grilled lime, some grilled jalapeno. Just pureed it, and then just dip the steak in or just dump it over the steak.
What a show off.
Nice.
How do you know these guys from Proud Souls?
So Proud Soul's just been awesome. I wandered into their barbecue shop, heard a new barbecue shop was opening in Denver, and it's just been great to have them because a lot of barbecue shops have grills, but they don't really know what they're talking about, and they do know what they're talking about. It's great. They bring you into their family. Their classes are amazing. My wife and I went to one of their rib classes. It was great, just learning how to cook ribs, learning different techniques, but every time, they want to ask, what have I been up to? So it's great. It's just another part of my family.
This dude's like E.F. Hutton, man. The whole place is listening to him, right? I haven't seen that really ever, Adam. And Adam McKenzie, this Juke and Q on the Modern Eater Show here with us right now. And we've got his trillion followers on Instagram watching us right now, which we appreciate so much. We're going to do a lot more stuff with you in the future.
I look forward to it.
I look forward to it as well. In the meantime and in between time, we're going to shift gears, and why not? Let's go to beer. The Post Brewing Company is here with us, and I can't wait to see this. Thank you, Adam, for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Did you plug everybody that you wanted to plug?
I did.
That didn't sound right, but as far as this goes.
Yeah, let's eat the steak.
Let's eat some steak. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is the Modern Eater Show, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. And no, he didn't plug me, thank God. I'm over here in the corner. We're going to talk during Modern Eater Family during this segment. We're going to talk about innovation. No one better, Jeff. You talk about barbecue innovation, your sides and everything. What are you doing up there? What in the blazes do you have going on?
Well, Sugarfire is a very chef-inspired concept. So we pretty much have free reign to make whatever we want. So you're going to find Italian flavors, Asian flavors, all kinds of fun stuff. A lot of healthier items too. So not your just traditional beans, mac and cheese. No, yeah. So I mean, you've come in, you've enjoyed the food.
I filled up on the sides.
Exactly. That's what we're known for.
The crazy corn. It's like a cream style elote.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? And then of course, what else? The brisket.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything I've had up there.
Yeah.
Even the desserts. Don't miss out on a dessert up there.
Oh yeah, the pies.
Because the Sugarfire, where did that come from?
So, sugar and fire. That's what we're about.
Because the founder was a pastry chef.
Yep.
This guy's awesome. Go up north. Where's Sugarfire at?
144th and I-25 in the orchards.
It's far, but it's worth it. Get up there, see this guy, enjoy his food. We'll be right back. Want you to listen to some words from Colorado Mills. Thanks. We'll be back.
Those hot new breweries. So come in and check us out for yourself. We're at 67th and Pecos in Midtown. We only do badass Belgian-style beers. All the classics and our own Belgian-inspired styles. 15 on tap in our big, spacious tasting room. We have food trucks daily, or bring in whatever you like. And don't forget to bring your dog. Always welcome inside or outside on our large patio. We have Trivia Wednesdays, Tuesday special.
1 minute to the live.
Beer is free on every month's first Monday. But the biggest attraction at Brews Beers is the beer. Handcrafted wit beers, blondes, amber ales, saisons, doubles, triples, quads, plus sours, wood-aged beers, and special releases. Check us out on social media or on our website, brewsbeers.com. That's Brews Beers, 1675 West 67th Avenue, just 10 minutes north of downtown. The place to go for badass Belgian-style beers.
If you've got a business and need a website or need a graphic designer, F. Johnson Design does it all. Take the headache out of trying to build your own website or design graphics. Who has time for that? F. Johnson Design.
20 to the live.
With a professional and great-looking website, design sharp graphics to your specifications and have your site up faster than you think. Logo, package design.
10.
More. F. Johnson Design did the Modern Eaters website. Go to themoderneater.com.
5, 4, 3, 2. You're hot.
.com.
All right, back to the Modern Eater Show momentarily. A-Plus Beverage Solutions, you hear about them all the time, and it's true. Jeff Rourke, he is the man when it comes to installing the tap installations of your dreams. Beer has to taste the way the brewer intended it to taste. It shouldn't taste any different. And truly, it's so tacky when you're pouring inefficient beer. It's foamy. The temperature's off. When you're pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing, boys?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Please don't pour your money down the drain. It's as simple as a phone call away to get it right. I mean, truly, even Brad knows how important it is to have a good tap system in there. And Jeff Rourke will make sure you have an A+ on your report card. You can get a hold of him, 720. I'm talking to you, Mr. Bar owner. I'm talking to you, brewery with a little bit of age on your wheels there. Get a hold of him, 720-272-3809. Again, write it down, 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions.
Hey, we use them at our Zolo location.
We all love Belgian beer. Brewmaster at Brews Beers. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Mr. Charlie Gottenkinney, there's nothing wrong with me because all's well in the world here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. And Greg Hollenbeck continues with Brian Freeman. It's a barbecue kind of night. Brought to you by Proud Souls, Barbecue and Provisions.
Oh, I love those guys.
You can't have barbecue without beer.
Ooh, I think that's true. And we've got a friend here from Post Brewing out of Lafayette, Colorado.
The Post Brewing Company and Brad Landman joining us, brewmaster extraordinaire. Welcome to the
Howdy,
Modern
folks.
Eater, man. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's talk some beer
listen,
and barbecue.
I'd say crack one open so I can have a taste, but I've had 3 cans full of taste.
We got more.
It's delicious, man. First of all, as the folks are, probably if you live here in Denver, Colorado, you're familiar with the Post Brewing Company. But why don't you talk about the Post for a minute while we crack open some beers? And when you crack open a beer, make sure it's real close to that microphone.
All right.
So that we
let me try that red lager, too. That looks good.
Let's open up some ski tan here. So the Post, we've been around 5 years. We're all about great beer and great fried chicken.
Ooh, he's going
let's
there.
see if I'm any good with this Foley art.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you are. Sir.
It is time for a little beer, folks.
All right, who wants some ski tan here? This is our hoppy red lager. Right now we've got a competition going on to see who can figure out the day we kick our last keg of this. So stop by the Post and enter the contest. You might get something cool.
Ooh, Greg, you're going to like that. You're going to like that a lot. Oh, he's taking his own.
It's ski tan.
Ski tan, yes.
I love it. Have you ever had a ski tan, Brian?
Oh, I have had a ski tan.
Have you ever had a tan?
Well, come on, man. Why are you beating on me, man?
This is perfect, man. I think I know how you came up with the name, but you can't be more Colorado than ski tan. Right?
We couldn't believe it was available. We were pretty stoked about
was?
that. Yeah, who knew? So, yeah, we jumped on that.
That is a hoppy red. I think you should love that one. That's right up your alley.
That's a good beer right there.
Yeah. All our beer designed to pair well with food. All of it easy drinking, nice tasting, great beer.
Tell me about your chicken.
Do you like fried chicken?
Oh, man, who does?
It is fantastic. Before I worked there, they worked on about, I believe it was 75 different versions of the recipe, trying to figure out what the best version of fried chicken would be. The one we're using now is the one that they thought tasted the best. It happens to be gluten-free, so we have a huge gluten-free population here in the local area that love our fried chicken.
And Brad, tell me a little bit. Let me dive into Post. The Post. When did the Post start?
About a little over 5 years ago. Our only location was the Lafayette one at the time,
or as Jay would call it. What do you call it, Jay?
Lafayette.
Yeah.
Is that honestly
sounds like Zydeco, maybe? I don't know.
He's a little French. He came over with the Louisiana Purchase. We got Jay with the Louisiana Purchase.
What's funny
is, like a good deal.
What's funny is Jay's from California, which we all know. But here's the difference. Like in California, it's Westminster. Here, it's Westminster.
No, it's Westminster everywhere as far as I'm concerned. I've never said Westminster in my life. But I'll say this, in my defense over the Lafayette thing, I have no idea why it's in my head like that.
Yeah.
and we're driving up here to do the show, and Greg's like, yeah, who's the beer? You know, we're just recapping. I go, yeah, Lafayette. It's in Lafayette. They have 4 in Boulder. And
I said, say that again?
Yeah, he goes, where is it? I said, well, the original one's Lafayette. And he thinks that I'm just being funny and pronouncing Potomac, that sort of thing. And I'm like, I don't know. That's
Hey, Aaron, can you?
Hey, Aaron, exactly. Thank you.
Delicious beer, guys. So what's your I mean, first of all, tap rooms are everything.
Yes.
And wait, you said something about Jeff Rourke? You use Jeff Rourke?
I don't know.
From A Plus Beverage Solutions?
Oh, we do use A Plus, yes. So we're part of the Big Red F restaurant family, and we've got our location, Zolo, or it's actually 25th year this year up in Boulder. They've been having some draft issues, so we've got A Plus working on those right now.
Nice. Call in a pro, Jeff Rourke at A Plus Beverage Solutions.
720-272-3809. What's your website so people can see what you guys are?
Postbrewing.com.
And this Pilsner is off the hook good,
Well,
man.
thank you. Yeah, this is our Howdy beer. It's won a bunch of awards. The most recent one was bronze medal at Great American Beer Fest last year.
Congratulations
well,
on
thank
that,
you.
man.
Yeah,
That's
it's Craft Beer and Brewing Magazine called it one of the top 3 Pilsners in the country. So we're pretty proud of it. I drink a lot of it.
But I'll tell you,
this stuff.
I would say personally, it's a full-bodied Pilsner.
Absolutely,
It's a big boys Pilsner. It's not no wimpy Pilsner.
No. It's it's 40 IBUs, so it's got a little bit of bitterness. We use a Palisade hop in it, which not a lot of Pilsners are going to use. That's an American hop. Gives it a little bit more of that kind of citrusy flavor. To me, it's just the easy drinking what beer tastes like.
It's a daily.
Yeah. Oh,
It really is a daily. So guys here from Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions, they'd say, listen, you're doing chicken, but this is great with barbecue.
Oh, absolutely. I'm friends with the Proud Souls guys as well. Do a lot of backyard smoking on my grill or my smoker, and those guys equip me with a lot of good stuff. And, generally I've got a Howdy in my hand when I'm firing something up on there.
I'm glad Brad clarified that, because he said he was doing a lot of backyard smoking. And in Colorado, that could have many different connotations. But
where's Dan? Dan, come on over here. We've got and get Tony too. Tony,
come on now.
Dan and Tony from Proud Souls. This is really just a celebration of Proud Souls tonight. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. But look at these partnerships. Just like our friend here said, that this beer pairs deliciously with barbecue.
Yeah, absolutely. On a summer day, the Howdy Pilsner, we drink a lot of this, actually, around the shop on occasion.
Every once in a while. nice, easy drinking beer.
Thank you, fellas. So we have an open beer policy then at Proud Souls and Provisions.
Not necessarily, but let's just say when we close down, there might be a beverage or two enjoyed. But
so we get all our work done.
In the summer months, I mean, a Pilsner, honestly, and barbecue, when it's 90 degrees outside and you're in your backyard and that sun's shining, in Colorado, that sun can be intense. I don't want to drink a heavy stout or a heavy, double IPA or anything.
Oh, no,
like
can I
that.
get you a triple IPA?
Yeah.
Or there's, with your 5 blades of shaving there, we needed that.
So we did not have a chance before we broke off, but you guys have a big barbecue event coming up. Can we announce that?
Absolutely.
We can. Yeah, Dan, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's our second annual backyard rib competition. So we're catering to the backyard guy or gal. We've got 24 teams at the Gothic. So it's Saturday, May 18th. It's $150. We're going to provide you with 3 slabs of spare ribs. You basically
now wait. It's not $150 to get in, folks.
Nope.
Don't let that scare you off.
$150 per team. So
if
these are backyard teams who are customers of ours, friends of ours, folks who have not competed professionally before, who just want to see what their game, how it stands up and amongst other teams. So
And that's a Gothic theater down South Broadway. You're going to set up grills outside or around that, or what?
The south parking lot of the Gothic Theater. Correct.
And what's the date on that?
Saturday, May 18th.
May 18th. It's a Saturday. It's coming up. He said 24 teams. How many teams do you need left now?
Well, we announced it yesterday, and we already have about 10 signups.
Ooh,
so
get on it quick. How do
about
people
14.
sign up if they want? And again, this is novice. This is high level, low level, whatever you believe
As long
you come
as you
in.
have not competed in a professional barbecue competition, you're able to compete.
This
So
is backyard barbecue.
Backyard barbecue.
Can you
it's
do
fine.
me a favor? I think we want to take the show there that day on May 18th.
We can work on that, buddy.
That'd be awesome.
And I also want to enter this competition.
There you go, Greg. I like it. Yeah.
Really? Greg's putting the Modern Eater on the line
there's
for
only-
a barbecue competition.
There's only
Whoa.
one
I love it.
caveat.
Yeah.
Only one
You
caveat.
have to be a judge.
I don't have $150.
So
We're trading pink slips,
no,
baby.
I will come
We're
up
trading
with the,
pink slips. I got my Mustang.
I'll come up with the $150 just like everybody else. I want to enter the competition with the Modern Eater Show.
Cool.
We're going to do
That'd
a
be
live
awesome.
broadcast
Yeah,
down
that'll be
there,
fun.
and we're going to
Nice.
support our friends from Proud Souls.
And as you mentioned, it's open to the public, so it's going to be a full fun atmosphere. We're going to have demos out there. We're going to have Jeff from Sugarfire. We're going to have Jason from GQ. We're going to have a bunch of other local pit masters.
Yeah, Jared from AJ is going to come down.
And it's a
He'll
free
be down
event.
there doing,
Free event, open to the public.
Open to the public. We'll
Open
have,
to the public.
Yeah.
Is the post pouring?
Let's work on that.
We are.
I say yes.
We were supposed to have a
Absolutely,
conversation tonight, so
Wow.
here we
The
are.
answer's yes.
Yep. So it's fun. It's backyard. It's bringing family and friends together. It's we're going to be serious about it, but also have a good time about
That's
it.
what it's all about. This is barbecue. It brings people together, and that's why Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions, I want to cheers all these guys.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
We're going to make cocktails next. Oh, what do you think?
Yeah.
Right on.
Do you like cocktails?
We're
Who
here all
doesn't?
night.
Yeah.
I know it.
Wait, is this guy Kevin making cocktails?
He is, and I want you two to stick around if you don't mind.
Sounds great.
Because we
Yeah.
talk about
Absolutely.
cocktails and whiskeys too, and also we're celebrating barbecue season here. Spring has sprung. It's the reason for the season, and we will continue from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You bet. Little Rich, have you been hearing on Facebook what a great job Little Rich does with all the folks here? He does such a great job, and Little Rich is a part of this family. It's so heartwarming to have this community come together every Saturday night right here from the Modern Eater Show. Kevin Galaba coming up next. His friends and family. He's a bartender extraordinaire, and we appreciate him being here. We'll talk to him next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg, for those kind words. Usually you call me Reverend Little Rich. That's awesome. That's awesome. And Kevin coming up with cocktails. I mean, this party's just getting ready to start. Hey, we got something cool for you here, totally unplanned. I've got Dave here from Rockin' Rubs, his steak mojo. And we all just enjoyed the living bejesus out of it all over one of those thick tomahawk steaks. Tell us about Rockin' Rubs.
So it's a dry spice rubs that was started by my sister in California.
Awesome.
My wife and I, a couple years ago, decided to do it out here in Denver because we knew that this was an area that was ready for it. So we brought it out here a couple years ago, and we've been doing it, since for a couple years. Yeah.
This is awesome. So let me tell you, I mean, everyone here absolutely loved it. And I know after the show, everyone's going to be asking me, how do I get my paws on my own little tin? How do they get it?
So online, Rockin' Rubs.
What's that website? Rockin' Rubs?
RockinRubs.net. We do
RockinRubs.net.
online orders. We're in some stores, Cheese Ranch in Golden, Abrigada in Conifer, a couple other stores, and then we're going to be at Pearl Street Farmers Market this Sunday, or this season on Sundays.
That'll be awesome. Hey, tell them you found it right here. Rockin' Rubs. Get you some of that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Most vibrant tasting foods you must.
Coming back in 40.
Mills is hyper local, Colorado grown, cold pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Colleen Ferreira here with the Colorado Chefs Association. You've probably heard the excitement. This year we are creating a stir in the culinary community. This is your personal invitation to join us on our constant culinary adventure. Let us open up our network to you and help you grow professionally. Whether you are a chef, purveyor, brewer, baker, we are here to build your brand, your business, and connect you with Colorado's culinary community. Join us. I'd love to hear from you. Email me, Colleen at acfcoloradochefs.org.
This is the Modern Eater Show at Troy Guard Tag Restaurant.
My name is Jennifer Jasinski, and I'm listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
You're up.
How cool is this as we continue from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, live on our local affiliate, 630 KHOW, and an iHeart radio station. But live on Facebook, I think the value on Facebook is really cool because you get to see all and the afterplay.
And you wish you had some smell-o-vision and some taste-o-vision in there, because I'll tell you what, I mean,
then you would get Kevin Galaba right now.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back
indeed.
to the Modern Eater Show. He's can we call you our resident bartender?
Yes, please do.
I like that. You're just a great guy, Kevin. You're just a really genuine guy.
Yeah, Chris?
So thank you.
Pleasure's mine.
Welcome back to the show. Do you like
sir.
cocktails? Huh?
Meanwhile,
I like that empty glass.
He's killing it. He's killing it
You
over
showed
here.
up to the party just
Yeah.
in time. Dan Casey.
I'll take a cocktail over there,
Yeah.
please.
Proud Souls Barbecue
Proud
and
Souls
Provisions.
representing.
This is really cool. So,
Got that
Kevin,
gin.
friends and family, I really like to push this because I think it's a really cool local thing that you're doing. It's a closed Facebook group, but I think that if you're nice enough, that Kevin may allow you. What does it take to qualify for this Facebook group?
So Friends and Family is a nonprofit organization. We're based around education, and it's for basically anyone in the food and beverage industry in Colorado. So the core is, of course, restaurant employees, back and front of house. So busboy, chef, manager, server, bartender. The next level out from that is suppliers, like people who are brewers, who work in a brewery, or distillers, or people who roast coffee, brew tea, make bitters, make kombucha. So that whole level. The next level out is, of course, people who support us, the bloggers, photographers, but also...
Us, Brian.
Yeah, it's us, yeah.
But also, sales reps who also want to interact with this community and, maybe...
Why is this group important?
Because I've been a bartender for 11 years in Denver, and I didn't see anything that really instilled the sense of community in this state. There were a couple of things that tried to do it, but I wanted to do it for everybody. And education is definitely something that I want to see improve across the board. But we also have volunteer opportunities. We do competitions. We have health and wellness initiatives. So a lot of different arms of this organization that reach and touch a lot of people in a positive way.
And you do a great job
Thank
of
you.
Curating
Thank you.
that group.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
Jay Parker, what does friends and family mean to you?
It's what it means to me.
Other than a discount.
Right. What it means to me is people to talk to, someone to talk to, right? Because a lot of time, think about it.
Yeah, when
you
you're
need to
in
get
the
something
bar
out.
industry for 40 years, like you, right?
Yeah.
You need to talk to somebody.
No, you do, and it helps to talk to like-minded people, because they can relate to the stress you're going through.
So let me ask you this: if Jay put this out, he almost got killed at his moonlighting job the other night at Gibby's. Jay,
Yo.
Would you ever put that out to say, hey, listen, how do you handle a situation? Everybody in the service industry has those stories of you can't satisfy everyone. Actually, you can't satisfy anyone.
Yeah, truthfully, the expression "the customer's always right" is the worst thing that's ever been said, and anybody that's been in the business will know. Now, that's not to say that there aren't some people are normal, but there's a lot of people that just aren't normal when it comes to common courtesy, common sense, and respect.
Would you let Jay vent on friends and family?
Of course I would. That's what it's for. We have a Facebook group where everyone can join, be a member. It's basically a blog for everyone to post competitions, new products, looking for a server or a bartender or a cook or something like that. So it's really a central hub for communication in this industry.
It's been a while, but Jay writes a column called "Why Your Bartender Hates You." Do you feel any of that at all?
For example, when he takes a swing at you from the other side of the bar.
Well, beyond that, here's one for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Pour me a good one. What does that mean? Pour me a good one. Means more booze.
That's just a shot of whiskey to me. The shot of whiskey goes down and conversation's over.
Now, here's what it is. It's when they go, hey,
Nice
whiskey
gin.
Coke, right? I want a whiskey Coke. But they say, make it good, right? So, anybody with half a brain as a bartender goes, oh, make it good. You want extra whiskey. You just don't want extra money.
No. And I hear take out the Coke and actually tell me what whiskey
Which
you
is
want.
fine. You
So
ignore
slap them around is a little bit there,
truthfully, I don't care what whiskey they're talking about necessarily. We'll get to that. But if you start with whiskey Coke and say make it good, first of all, that person doesn't care what whiskey you're using because it's not about whiskey. It's about ethanol. And wanting that in your blood system for the lowest denomination humanly possible, or for free.
So
you'll have guys that look like you that'll say, is it free for my birthday? You know, I'm like, when was your birthday? Well, it's, in 4 days.
As you can see, I
No.
pulled a scab back, but friends
sounds
and
like
family.
Sounds like Jay's been a bartender.
Little disgruntled.
And I understand all those things. And one thing I want to add is like the answer to the question, "Hi, how are you?" is not, "Yeah, let me get a beer."
Yeah,
that's my biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, how's it going? Jack and Coke.
Right. So just basic manners.
Jägerbomb.
And so your love of cocktailing, where's it come from?
Oh man, I got into this industry by accident many lifetimes ago and just fell in love with it. I didn't come from a family that cooked a lot.
They drank a lot.
Irish immigrant family, we didn't cook a lot, so me getting into this industry was a total eye-opening experience into wine, food, and thinking to myself, wow, there's all this amazing stuff there. Plus, there's this community of people who share this experience and are pretty awesome people and doing great things. And that's another reason Friends and Family existed is I wanted to shine a light on people doing good things in this community.
Chris, Dan, are you guys going to look out Friends and Family? And
Of course.
Get
I mean,
into
I
this
think
group?
I think our business models align very well.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think the way we look at, if a guy walks up to you, right? He's like, "Let me get one of your bourbons or one of your whiskeys and Coke or a gin," right? Automatically you're turned off, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, so I mean, it's very similar in our industry. It's just like,
Let me get a piece of meat.
I want to get a $200 Wagyu brisket, and I want to put Sweet Baby Ray's on it, right? We're both just like,
well done.
oh my
Well done.
God.
Well, wait,
right?
can I get some Kingsford charcoal?
Yeah.
Oh my
Can I get some concrete mixed with my
Wait,
charcoal?
now we all
Is there,
sound like elitists, but there really is.
However, there is a definite adjustment in quality, right? So I think it's the same way. We use barbecue sauce, like salt and pepper, like smoke. Let it complement your meat. Don't let it overtake it.
Speaking
and the
of
same with
that,
your cocktail, right?
You use great you make great cocktails. What are we going to do here? Because I think this is really cool. You're going to assemble some cocktails, and you have a few brands here that you wanted to highlight. First of all, the spirits. You got to start with the spirits, right?
Our partner tonight is Talnua, brand new distillery in Arvada. They're using a copper pot still to make some amazing spirits. They opened on March 17th, which is significant because it's St. Patrick's Day and they're an Irish distillery. But so the first one I want to make is a gin drink. So I'm going to make a gin Collins with their gin, and basically, so a Collins is basically just gin, sugar, and lemon juice and soda. So I got the gin in there, a little bit of lemon juice. So the simple syrup that I made, the sweet that balances out the lemon juice, is certainly a simple syrup, but I made a hibiscus tea and added some sugar to that just to kind of twist it and make it our own. Add a little bit of soda water.
What's your tea partnership?
So the tea partner is Tico Tea. They are a local company, and they are amazing people doing amazing stuff. They're basically up at about 40th and University.
Cool.
There's that cocktail right here.
And Tico is blowing up. Here, Greg, to you. I've been sipping on this.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, we've got them all the way around. I like to see that.
Yeah,
hey,
so-
Dan, you cheers to you, babe.
That's delicious.
Cheers, buddy.
Good. Second cocktail is old-fashioned, and again, I kind of spun this a little bit. So basically, it's whiskey, simple syrup and bitters, and I used the Talnua. This is a blend of their copper pot still, and also some grain whiskey from Ireland. They blended that. So basically, it's 2 ounces of whiskey, a little bit of simple syrup, and some bitters. And the bitters I'm going to use is Cocktail Punk. They're made up in Boulder, Colorado. They
Show
actually
that to Jay's camera there.
They actually share some space with the Vapor Distillery. And this is their Colorado Cherry Bitters.
Nice.
Oh, so this
There
is
you
what our buddy from Vapor Distilleries. I just had a stroke.
Ryan Negley.
Ryan Negley
yes.
on the air. Jeez, man, Greg.
Hey, I want to back up because Kevin was dissing his Irish heritage, and remember, you had some vegetables. You ate potatoes and scotch. What more do you need in life, my friend?
Not much.
Discipline. Discipline. I love this old fashioned that you made. And what really strikes me, first of all, when you go into a restaurant, their signature cocktail should be their old fashioned.
I agree.
I mean,
it's the most basic cocktail
right.
there is.
Especially in the Midwest, right?
Right.
The variations that I'm seeing right now You know, I mean, think about it. Muddling used to be huge.
Right.
You're going to muddle, you're going to zest, you're going to throw a cherry in there, you're going to throw a sugar packet like Jay would do. Throw a sugar packet in there.
Jay,
Hey, man.
are you from the Midwest? You from the Midwest?
No, I'm from the West.
Okay.
California.
How do you make an old-fashioned at Gibby's?
I put sugar packets, 2.
Yeah.
I'll do an orange zest, you know, for the flair, whatever bourbon. That's if somebody asks me for that cocktail, I'll actually ask
You throw a cherry in there?
what bourbon they want. I usually ask that too, if they want cherry, because some people really do or really don't.
Yeah.
Or,
whoa.
but
It's an old fashioned. There's not a, like, I really want a cherry or I don't want a cherry.
Well,
it's
hang on,
like,
hey,
what's.
listen, hang on.
be
So,
a bartender
Kevin,
for 10 seconds, and there is with the public.
Talk about the evolution. I want to hear this. Talk about the evolution of the old-fashioned.
Well, it's basically considered the penultimate cocktail, the quintessential cocktail. It's spirits, bitters, sugar, and water. Water being the ice that you stir, dilutes a little bit. So it's an incredible template to build from, and it's kind of what I did tonight. So your typical old-fashioned 2 ounces of whiskey, usually rye, a little bit of simple syrup, some bitters, and then the ice. This one, I made a simple syrup out of this tea here. This is Tico's Lemon Nirvana tea. This is lemon and ginger. And I kind of went equal parts tea and sugar. And so that's in there.
Oh, good. Pass that over. No.
No.
Give me a break here, man.
But wait, Kevin, so am I wrong then? A cherry is not the base ingredient in a muddled cherry. Wait, where does that fall in there?
Okay, so I moved here from Minneapolis, and I made many Midwestern old fashions up there, and there's a whole regional variation up there. So that's where you take the cherry and the orange, and you muddle that with sugar, pack it with ice, brandy, and then you top that with Sprite or soda water, and that's just the way they do it there. And that's
no straining.
Nope. That's supposed to stay in the bottom of the drink, and that flavors your drink. And that's the neon red cherries too, by the way. That's just the way it is there.
Marciano.
Hey, Jay Parker here. Real quick, to anybody that's never been in the bar business, type bartender, Freeman. So here's how you make, any way you order the drink, if you order an old-fashioned for me, that's how the world drinks old-fashions. Right? I'm serious. So if you ask somebody, well, do you want the cherry? And they go, well, yeah, I want the cherry. That's how they're made, you know, and it's like, okay, would you just tell me what you want?
Jay Parker, everybody. I'm looking at the Facebook Live. You should tune into that because we have a lot of good stuff, and we have actually a great distillery coming up next. I look like a park bench tonight, like a picnic table.
Oh, come on
I look like
now.
a picnic table tonight.
But a handsome one.
You're nicely shaven. He's got a haircut. I would eat something off of that plate. Come on now.
You look like
I'd sit on that bench any day of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you to Proud Soul Barbecue Provisions, Kevin Galaba. Did I say Galaba last
Galaba,
week?
yes, Galaba,
Man, I'm
actually.
sorry, dude.
No worries at all.
I mean, because I know Galaba. I think that's probably why I didn't share the last video to the Friends and Family Facebook page. Was that why?
I think so.
You know, don't bastardize his name, okay?
Let's leave it behind us.
For the love of the Irish, Greg.
Stick around for the distillery that's coming up next.
Sure.
This is going to be cool. Chris, I want you to stick around too.
We will. We'll be here all night, brother.
All night. Okay. We're going to take a break. We have one last segment. Man, I want another hour of the show. Can we do that? Call iHeart
We could
right
push
now.
one up.
Tell them we need one more hour of the show. Little Richie Snyder, he is the Reverend of the Culinary Church right now. And we'll take that break, come right back. And Talnua, a new distillery in Arvada, is going to be featured next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Hello, Facebook family. What a show. We are heading into the home stretch. I got Brad here from Post.
Hello.
I hope we're in the same shot.
We gotta
look
be.
how
We
tall
gotta
he is
be,
and
yeah.
how short I am. I look even shorter. But he's got some.
It's me.
You were on earlier. What did you leave unsaid? I know we're talking about what's your new beer coming.
Well, we've got a few new beers. One we're most excited about. It's with the Metro Care Ring and Denver Food Rescue. We're calling it Penny Loafer. We made it with some day-old bread from Itai and Udi's. Couldn't resell the bread, so so we made some beer with it. That's coming out soon. I believe April 14th we're coming out with that beer.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you got to get you some of this. We got summer coming ahead. We got high heat. You need to hydrate. This is the perfect way to do it right there. Hey guys, we're going to head in the off-ramp. We're going to talk about some of our favorite sponsors coming up. Brian's Growers Organics, Element Knives. Listen, we're heading into the home stretch. Thanks for watching The Modern Eater.
At AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Get ready to change the way you look at food. This is Peter Allman, the founder of South River Aquaponics and Alpenglow Mushrooms. As a Le Cordon Bleu trained chef, I know the importance of quality ingredients. That's why in 2013, I left the fine dining industry to start a sustainable organic farm. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow, we are the leader in sustainable growing practices, utilizing our natural resources as effectively as possible. No pesticides, no GMOs, no funny business, just clean, honest food.
1 minute.
We use old world techniques combined with modern technology to bring you the best possible produce. Our gourmet mushroom facility provides CO2 for our greenhouse that grows tilapia as well as lettuces and herbs in our aquaponics system. Look for us in natural grocers, City Market, and served on the plates of Colorado's finest chefs. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow Mushrooms, we're growing greener. To learn more about aquaponics and see our products, go to our website at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
My dad's vegetables are so good, I can't live without them.
Hey, Colorado chefs. Brian Freeman with Growers Organic and the Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic, reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
You know it. Booze in the News, all the booze news you can use right here from the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Tune in on Facebook, man. You'll have a lot of fun as we continue, me and Brian Freeman. This is a cool thing, Brian, because we love Booze in the News.
I love booze, and the only thing that makes me sad is I know we've only got 8 minutes to wrap it up and to bring all this goodness, love, and booze to our friends.
All right, Spirits is the name of the game, and wait until you hear this story of a new hyper-local distillery in Arvada. Their name is Talnua Distillery, and it's really cool. Kevin Galaba is going to stay with us here.
Sure.
But now we have our friends, and Patrick Miller came in. Patrick, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. So happy to be here.
Robert Seacrest, welcome to the show as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And man, here's the deal. I fell in love with Patrick when he came in here a couple of days ago. Did we not just shoot it back and forth talking about
mutual.
whiskey?
Oh, I love it.
It was so much fun.
Such a story.
Where do you begin with this? Kevin, let's just geek out with these guys.
Love that.
So, first of all, talk about Talnua.
So Talnua meaning new land in Gaelic. So we're bringing this style of single pot still whiskey back to the United States. So unlike our Scottish brothers who malt all of their barley, the Irish use large portions of green, raw, unmalted barley in their mash bills because in 1682 there was a malt tax levied by the English. They were not going to pay that tax. So as a means of tax evasion, they started throwing that raw barley in. And that created single pot still style of whiskey. So single, anytime you hear that, single malt, single grain, single pot still means made at one distillery. That pot still style is that use of unmalted barley, legally a minimum of 30% in Ireland. And we're bringing this style, the first ones outside of Ireland, like Redbreast, Green Spot, Jameson, Tullamore, to bring this style back, triple distilled.
Brian, I almost want these guys just to lecture. I almost want to just sit back and learn something.
What you wish for.
No, and truly I do. And Kevin, you jump in, and I almost want Kevin to lead this. But when you talk about your process versus what we see with columns here, what's the difference?
Yeah, so pot stills, it's one of those misnomers. You must use a pot still in pot still style of whiskey, but it really refers to that mash bill of the unmalted barley. Now, our Scottish brothers and in Bourbon County as well use that column still quite frequently. It's a much finer distillation, so the grain flavors are not as robust as they are coming out of a pot still, and so it really changes the character of it. So actually, we have our Inishan we'll try you guys on. It's a blended whiskey that we're doing with the Cooley Distillery in Ireland. It's 50% our whiskey, pot still whiskey, and 50% grain whiskey made out of French maize and wheat blended together. That's what Jameson and Tullamore are, right? So we're doing a blended whiskey with an Irish distiller.
So just to keep it real, when you usually hear locally blended whiskey, that means that these guys aren't ready. Their production's not there. They're putting out other people's whiskey. They're blending it. They're bottling it. They're putting it out. They're waiting for all of their whiskey to come to fruition. But these guys actually have a method to the madness when it comes to blending.
And it's a negative connotation, Greg.
What?
This whole concept of blended is negative because you're thinking of Canadian Club, you're thinking of Seagrams, you're thinking of these other...
And it's people who aren't being transparent about it is the key of that. It's okay to blend a whiskey, but if you're making a whiskey in Colorado or Utah or wherever else, it's like just let us know on your website that that's what you're doing.
Yep.
And that's one step better than just pretending that you're making it and just hoping no one calls you out on it.
So guys like Sean Smiley, who I call a kind of a purist, it's so interesting. And when we were at the former Saint, we were at the distilling convention for the ADI. I think that's what
ADI,
it was.
yep, that's right.
Yeah.
We had Sean Smiley, we had Bear Creek Distillery, and Jay Johnson. We had on from the Block Distilling Company. Congratulations, the Block, the new distilling company here.
Well, and your boy from Vapor, wasn't your guy from Ryan wasn't there?
He was not there. And then we had Rocker Spirits and Dustin Evans. These are four or five different distilleries with different models. And usually when you hear blending, you hear, well, they're not ready to sell their whiskey yet. They're selling gin. They're selling rum. They're selling vodka. And Sean Smiley goes to the extent of saying, fermented by, bottled by,
big time.
He's going to go the full because I'm doing everything I'm suffering. It's like when your mom said that I walked up the hill 2 miles each way to school. I need you to suffer that much. But then, Michael Myers from 291 Distilling Company was on with us as well. He's force staving. He's doing very limited months, and he's breaking records all over the world.
Yeah, gold medal ribbon all around the world.
With his whiskey. Absolutely. And so you're looking at, what are these models? How do you stay alive? The Block Distilling, they're waiting 2 years until they're going to release anything out of that.
Not everyone does that.
Yep. No, not every. So these models of they're changing now, and everybody's cutting this road. What you're doing at Talnua is so cool, and this blending fits in with your business model. Robert?
The other thing to add to that is the partnership. We just didn't Google Irish whiskey. Patrick actually went over to Ireland and sat at the table with Walsh Whiskey, the Cooley Distillery, Teeling, and had these conversations to develop a wonderful partnership to bring what they're doing and their history back to the United States and kind of partner with us and what we want to do and what we want to bring to everybody as what we provide.
That blend is delicious.
Yeah, well, and would it bother you if I said I do smell a little like I can't tell? Is it a peat? What am I coming out of here? Because this is
upper lip. That's what my dad used to say to me for everything. I had to throw that in there.
But what is it? Because I'm tasting something like a real serious,
for sure,
almost like a Scotch whiskey in here.
Yeah,
Can we taste this straight?
Yeah, let me pour
absolutely. So this is the thing. To answer your question, you're tasting the charred oak barrel. The smokiness is really coming from that new American charred oak barrel. So we do have that blend. We also have the straight single pot still whiskey. So this whiskey is called Carodare. This whiskey is the half that's in the blend. So you can taste 100% our whiskey that is also in the blend. So, one of those things where we're not trying to hide anything here. The whiskey in your hand now, that Carodare whiskey is the half of the whiskey that is in the blend that's blended with the Cooley Distillery.
I need to do this because with a minute left, and I hate that.
It kills
Please
me.
tell them why to come see you.
Yeah, so if you guys show up, just outside of Old Town Arvada, 56th and Sheridan. We've got a tasting room, cocktails. We do tours. Check us out on the website and our social media, and we'd love to host everybody.
Drinkwire Stores. We got to thank our friends at Drinkwire. They brought us in here. Daniel over there at Drinkwire, thank you. Our friends at Talnua, great job, guys.
Absolutely a great job, and you'll hear from them much, much more. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions, thank you guys. What a great night. It's barbecue season. Get ready and check out Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions for all of your barbecue backyard needs. Why not? We'll see you back here next week on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Seem to speak so many languages? Maybe it's because they use Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app in Europe. Babbel's award-winning technology gets you speaking right away, whether you're learning Spanish, French, or German. And best of all, you'll remember what you've learned.
I always thought I was bad at languages, but after using Babbel, I can tell you I was just taught the wrong way.
Using Babbel's 10 to 15-minute lessons, you can be speaking confidently in your new language within weeks.
I was amazed that I could start having real-life conversations right away. It was so fast. Now I'm speaking Spanish. Woohoo!
No wonder Babbel is the #1 selling language learning app in Europe. Try it for yourself and see why Babbel is the quick way to get conversational in a new language, like Spanish, French, or more. You can try Babbel for free. Go to Babbel.com or download the app and try it for free. That's Babbel,